Hi, this is Warren Buckleiner today looking at Dr. Panda Farm, a new app from the Dr. Panda series. Now what you need to know right off the bat here is that I've already been playing this app. It starts out with a store. You visit a farm stand and you get some customers that show up, and they're all in need of things. Somebody needs some bread, somebody needs some, I couldn't see there, but vegetables and jars of stuff. And if you don't have those items, you have to go and actually make them or farm them. So in this case, to make bread, I start by watering the wheat or the corn, and then I spin the windmill to grind the seeds. I can also change the music, which is a nice touch. I roll the dough, and then I put the dough in the oven, and I have to do these things all in sequence and sort of keep all these stations in operation in order to fill the cart with loaves of bread. Now there's a lot to do here. So the first thing you learn about farming is that there's a lot of busy work. Now I'm using fast time video here, and I'm only going to show 3 of the stations. The other thing I want you to know is that some of these different procedures are really tricky to understand because there's a lot of graphics on these screens, and you end up touching things that don't do anything. I'd like to see this whole interface sort of focusing your attention on things that actually do stuff, but this is a minor criticism because if you've used Dr. Panda apps in the past, you start to learn what to do, and also after you've done one or raised 1 or 2 crops and actually gone through everything, you sort of figure out how this app works. Now, when you sell your crops, you are paid off in terms in units of tools. I think they're nails, but I'm not sure. But that lets you unlock a new section of the farm. And in this case, the place where you harvest the eggs from the chickens. So what you do here is you feed the chickens, then you tap each chicken, and that makes them lay an egg. You can also take a hen over to that nest and make a new chick, and they eventually grow up into a new hen. So that's kind of a neat lesson. It takes, again, a lot of time to fill up your cart full of eggs, and then you're back off. But like, how do you get to the farm here? You don't know unless you tap that check mark, and there's so many other things to tap. So again, this is an example of how this app is a little bit tricky. A new feature to this Dr. Panda app that we haven't seen before are these pop-up illustrations, which are nice, but they take their time, and that's the price is responsivity. All these little things kind of take the rating down from a 4 point, a higher rating, but at the end of the day, there's enough content here, enough to do, and the problems are not fatal. So kids will like this quite a bit. This is where you're either making wine or jelly. I've never seen a preschool winemaking app before. This might be the first. So you fill up the jars, and then you take these jars to market. So the bottom line with this particular Dr. Panda app is that it could be better, could be more responsive, but there's a lot to do, and the underlying idea that it takes a lot of busy work to prepare food and bring it to market is probably pretty accurate in the way things work in the real world. At the end of the day, just make sure you're there to introduce some of these things, because they can frustrate children, but once they figure it out, they'll have a hard time stopping their play with Dr. Panda Farm. I'm Warren Buckleiner. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.